The use of the modal can in sentences. Can is sometimes referred to as a modal auxiliary. It's an auxiliary verb because it's used in conjunction with a main verb that carries most of the meaning. In affirmative sentences, the word can indicates an ability. For example, Mike can play the guitar. That is, Mike has the ability to play the guitar. In negative sentences, can indicates the lack of ability. My friend cannot cook. That is, my friend does not have the ability to cook. Can has other uses. One use that is very common is that many Americans use this word can to indicate permission. For example, I can use my father's car on Friday has the idea that I have permission to use my father's car on Friday. Can has other uses, but for the present, I want to concentrate on these two uses, the use of can to indicate ability and the use of can to indicate permission. Can in affirmative and negative sentences. In affirmative sentences, the auxiliary can comes immediately before the main verb. If you look at the example sentences, we see you get the subject, the mechanic, then the auxiliary can, then the main verb, fix, and then the rest of the sentence, your car. The mechanic can fix your car. Another example, our aunt can speak Japanese. In negative sentences, the word not is placed after the word can. So we get the girls can not find the bookstore. John's friend can not run fast. The word not is placed between can and the main verb. Notice that with can, there is no third person singular S form. We never add S to can, so our aunt can speak Japanese, not cans. There are certain words in English, such as can, that never take the S form. They only have one form. In yes/no questions, that is, questions that we normally answer yes or no, we place the auxiliary can before the subject and then the main verb after the subject. So we get examples. Can the mechanic fix your car? Can the girls finish the report on time? It's important that you understand that in English, the order of the words is the principal way of indicating that something is a question and not a sentence, although there are a few exceptions. When answering these yes/no questions with a short answer, if you answer with yes, you would then get he or she or they can. In the negative, you would get no, he or she or they can't. The negative form of cannot is sometimes contracted to can't, and when it's not contracted, we usually write cannot together as if it were one word. Information questions with can are similar to yes/no questions with can. The difference is that in information questions we need a word such as who, when, where, why, or sometimes we get a phrase such as how many, what, For example, what book? So sometimes we get one word, sometimes we have more than one word. We take that WH word or phrase that comes before the auxiliary can, whether affirmative or negative. Then we get the subject, if there is one. Then after the subject we get the main verb and the rest of the sentence. So for example, in a question where we don't have a subject, we get something like, who can fix your car? Nothing goes in the subject position because we don't have that information. That's the information that we're asking about. Another example, using negative, why can't the girls finish the report? We get why, then the negative can't, then the girls, the verb finish, and the rest of the sentence. Another example, when can the professor help you? And an example using more than one word in the question position, how many push-ups can you do?